Yo, so today we are going to be talking about how you can start working out with zero equipment. I hear a lot of excuses on like why you can't work out. Oh, Kumbi, I don't have money for a gym membership. Oh, the gym's too far. Oh, there's no gyms in my area. Blah blah blah. There's no excuse for no working out. Like you don't need a gym to start exercising. And I feel like I don't know whether it's social media, which is like gaslit people into thinking that there's only one avenue of working out, which doesn't even make sense. Like social, I don't know, but like somehow people have got it into their minds that the only way that they can start exercising is if they have a gym membership. But like, there's lots of ways to start exercising. Calisthenics. What are calisthenics? The basics, body weight training, push ups, pull ups, squats, crunches. And the thing is, I feel like people don't realize how far and like how many progressions there are in body weight training. Like you would start with a push up, then you can do variations like diamond push ups, wide push ups. And then, like, if you really want to go crazy, you can start like practicing planks. If you don't want to know what a plank is, search it up. It's cool as freak, dude. Planks, you do pull ups, then you can start like, slowing down the pull ups, doing like muscle ups, doing, what do they call it? Not dead hangs, like levers, which also search it up really cool. Like there's lots of like progressions for body weight, and I feel like people have got it into their minds that like the only way to build muscle is by going to the gym. And if you don't have access to a gym, then just give up. Like, no, there's many a way to get muscular just through using your own body. I mean, heck, if you even wanted to add more like resistance to the basics, you can just start putting like packs of peas or something in a backpack, and then boom, weighted push-ups achieved. You can start what's it called? If you don't have like any formal equipment, you can fill up water bottles. Boom, 5 kg dumbbells achieved. You know the how 5 kg you can put it in your bag and all that. The point is there's lots of like ways to gain muscle that don't require equipment. I mean, heck, you want to like lose weight, go for a run. Your neighborhood's bad. Maybe you live in a dangerous neighborhood, so you're like, oh, Kumbi, I can't just be going out for runs. I know that's a few of my friends have like told me that whenever I'm like, oh, why don't you go for a run? They're like, the neighborhood's not so good. So then I'm like, okay, fair enough. Do burpees. Basically, the great thing about exercise is that you can very much do everything from the comfort of your own room. Like, there's genuinely no excuse for like not exercising because you can exercise anywhere. If you can lie down on the ground and you can like fully stretch out your legs when you're lying down, then you have enough space to exercise. You have enough space to do the push up. You have enough space to do the squats, do the crunch, do the leg raise. You have enough space if you need cardio, but your neighbor is dangerous. Well, great for you. Burpees exist. Burpees are really hard, but like they exist. I remember back in like high school when I was in exam seasons and stuff, and I wasn't really trying to be like running and stuff. And like I wasn't super interested in running around the neighborhood, and I didn't like doing the bike. What I would do for cardio was I would just do burpees in my room. I would do like 100 burpees, which I don't know how many calories you burn from that, but it is a form of cardio. Doing like lots of burpees is a form of high intensity training and all that. So it's like, if you don't have, if your neighborhood's not the safest, boom, do burpees. It'll be really hard, but it's something that you can do. Not even counting stuff like diet. Like diet will make tremendous differences to like how your physique looks, especially like once you've built the muscle. Just getting rid of the fat will do immense things for you. Now, don't get me mistaken, right? Obviously, training calisthenics wise, in terms of like muscle building, it's not as effective as going to the gym, lifting weights. The progressive like overload curve isn't like as direct, especially when you start going to not variations, but new exercises to improve strength, right? It's not as straightforward as being in the gym. You do this exercise, you just put on more weight, and you won't get muscle as fast. And heck, you'll the peak of muscle that you can get from it without now like the amount of weights that you're putting in now basically counts as its own equipment. The amount that you can do is capped, but it's good enough for until you can like afford to be going to a gym. You know, you'll get far enough. You'll get far enough. It'll take longer for sure. But isn't your goal to start the train, get the train moving? It isn't about reaching the end. Your goal isn't to reach the end and you're still not able to go to a gym if you want to go to a gym. Your goal is to get the ball rolling, start the habit. Well, great for you. You can start the habit and you can start it for quite a while. It's a very sustainable like ecosystem that you can tap into, the whole calisthenics ecosystem. There's a ton of YouTubers that like do calisthenics that you can learn from. You look at Chris Harrier. That's a big one. Chris Harrier, old Austin Dunham videos. Brownie. There's the one guy whose name I forget, but like there's a ton of calisthenics like YouTubers out there. So if you're worried about like knowledge, there's enough knowledge out there. The one thing that I despise is when like people, it annoys me when people like ask me questions that they could have just searched up themselves. you know because like the great thing about the internet is that any question that you realistically have, you can just search up and someone will have answered it. So just do that. There's tons of information out there, tons of people who are already doing what you want to be doing. So don't worry about something like you don't have gym equipment, you don't have a gym membership. There's many things you can do. Your body will take you further than you think it will, and it will take you all the way to the point where you can afford the gym. I mean, heck, some people even go as far as just not even wanting to go to the gym because they just enjoy doing calisthenics so much. And the closest that they get to going to the gym is just adding weights to calisthenics. So, just start with push-ups in your room. If you want to get into the gym but you're worried about all this extra stuff of money and distance and all that, just start doing push-ups in your room. Create a routine. My routine, I used to do like 100 push-ups, 250 squats, and like it was like 50 crunches or something in my room every single day. And that was just a routine. So just create a routine for yourself to do, full body, do it, and just do that every day, and you will see progress. So, yep. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. I hope it helped you. I hope it's helped you get over the mental hurdle that you created for yourself, and helped you realize that you don't actually need the gym to start exercising. If it helps you and you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you have something to say, leave a comment. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.